So you want to get started with centers, but with centers comes lots and lots and lots of things, right? Right. So when you start doing centers, you're probably going to be inundated with different ideas that have lots of different stuff. So you need this stuff for that activity and this stuff for that activity, just lots of different materials. And it can get kind of overwhelming to have to, one, create or purchase those materials, to store all those materials, and it just can be a lot. So whenever you are doing centers, I always recommend that you start with things that are versatile, that you can use with lots of different stuff, and that are low prep. In my centers, you know, activities, I only allow myself one new center every time. So that way I'm not spending a million years printing and cutting and laminating. I just have one new thing to do. And the others are things that we have done before, or things that we, you know, have stuff for that I don't need to like prep quite as much. So in this video, we're gonna talk about low prep centers activities. These are gonna be very low prep that you can probably do no matter what kind of stuff you have. There's very few that like require things that you wouldn't normally have. So I really want to pick things that you can do no matter kind of like what your stuff situation is right now. Even if you've never done centers, you don't have any of this stuff, there's things you can do here. Now, that being said, I do want to mention that if you want more ideas for little to no prep centers activities, click the link down below to grab my free centers ideas guide. It is a 12-page guide that has tons of different ideas that you can do to make sure that your kids are doing lots of fun things in centers for rhythm, for melody, for treble clef, for all the different things. So in there's also links to videos and blog posts and freebies. So like, yeah, it's a freebie with more freebies. So definitely go and grab it. I will leave the link down below. Click it, get the stuff, have fun, enjoy, and you can thank me later. Okay, let's go. After I take a sip of coffee, because it has been a long week. And it's only Tuesday. All right, so let's go. Number one is bingo chip composition. So you probably already have some sort of like little bingo chip situation. If you don't, go ask like the academic coaches, because they probably have extras because they use these in math classes. They're just little round plastic things, and you can use them for composing. So there's a couple different ways you can use them. Number one is you can use them for rhythmic composing. You know, 1 on a heartbeat is ta, 2 on a heartbeat is TT. You can also use it for melodic composition, so you can show the highs and the lows of a song. You can use them to put on a staff that you print out from the internet for free. And you can do all of those different things with little bingo chips. If you don't have bingo chips, you can use mini erasers. I don't like them as much because they're not super sturdy, but some people are very into them. Or you can even just laminate some paper, and then like cut out circles or squares with like a little scrapbook cutter thing. They have like, they're like little punch things. Or if you have an Ellison press at your school, you can use that as well. Or you can just cut it into squares with scissors, and you can do all of those. So number one is bingo chip composition. With this, you can compose, you can notate songs that you know, you can give the students like solfa cards or notes on the treble clef that they have to figure out. You could have them work together and do like partner dictation. So like I say a melody, you put it on the staff, or I say a rhythm and you put it on the staff, or something like that. Lots of different things that you can do with just that stuff, which is great. So number one, bingo chip composition. That's a good one. Number two is shape composition. For this one, you just need some paper cut into different shapes. I like to do 3 shapes. So I usually just do like circles, triangles, and squares. And for this, you assign an instrument to each different shape. Or if you don't want to do instruments, you could do body percussion. And then you make a pattern, and then you play it on those different instruments. So if it's like triangle, triangle, drum, sticks, triangle, tambourine, whatever. Or if you want to do a body percussion, it could be clap, clap, pat, pat, stomp, stomp, clap, clap, whatever. And so the kids can make different compositions for that. They don't have to know any music in order to do that. They don't have to know any rhythms. They don't know any melodies. They can just, you know, figure it out that way. That's a really fun one. That's really simple, and the kids will really enjoy it. Number 3 is flashcard rhythms. So I'm assuming you probably have flashcards in your classroom. If you don't, I have a free set that you can grab, so I'll link that down below, of rhythm flashcards, because that's probably what you're after. And so for this one, all you do is just take the flashcards and have the kids arrange the flashcards in different patterns to make a longer pattern of rhythm or melody, and then they can play that. So take, you know, 3 rhythm flashcards and then clap it, or take 5 melodic flashcards and then sing it. They could also play it on instruments if you want to do that, and so you can have them on the xylophones, you can have them on the sticks, or you can just have them on body percussion if you don't want to, you know, risk the instruments as you're walking around doing centers. Totally understand. But there's a couple of different ways that you can do this. It's very simple, but the kids actually really love it. Sometimes I even just have them like pick up a flashcard and play it and go to the next one. It's simple. It seems like it would not be exciting, but it actually is. I promise. They will enjoy it, it will happen, and they will learn things. And that's what we want. Enjoy it and learn things. Number 4 is make rhythms on whiteboard. So if you have a whiteboard, you can have the kids write rhythms on said whiteboard. You can do this as a dictation, like you say a rhythm and I write it down, or you can just have the kids compose a rhythm, make a new rhythm, make a new rhythm. If you don't have whiteboards and markers, then you can always use laminated paper, works as a whiteboard. Sheet protectors work as a whiteboard, and then, you know, of course you can just use paper and pencil. If you want to use paper and pencil, that's fine too. Just have them, you know, make lots of different rhythms on there, or melodies if you want to do it that way, and just have them show like kind of the shape of the melody. You can do that too. Easy peasy. Number 5 is draw pictures of songs you've been working on. So for this one, you can have different folk songs that you have been working on. Oop, my dog just fell over. For this one, you can have different folk songs that your, my dog is pretty much always like right here while I'm filming. So if you ever notice that I'm like moving my hand around a lot, it's because I'm like sitting here petting her, trying to get her to be quiet, which she's being very good today. Thank you. You're very, very sweet dog. Except right now she wants me to pet her belly, and I cannot reach her belly as I sit here. But she just got her ball, so she might be entertained for another 5 seconds. So that's good. Anyway, I forgot what the next one was. Oh, next one is draw pictures of songs you've been working on. So this is great, especially for the little kids. If you have been working on different folk songs, you can have the kids draw pictures to go along with their folk songs. So like frog in the meadow. All right, draw a little frog in the meadow. Bee bumblebee, draw a little bee stinging someone on the knee. You know, you can do all those things, and you can have like a couple different ones that they do, or you can just have one that they do. But the kids love to draw, and it's an easy way to incorporate some art into your music class, which is, you know, arts integration is a really big thing right now. So it looks really good, and it's just fun and simple, and the kids will enjoy it. And again, no prep, paper, pencils, you good. Maybe crayons if you fancy. Maybe not if you're not, that's fine too. All right, and the last one for today is called Splat. Splat is a game that I made up like today. I was like, oh, hey, that would be a fun game. It might also be another game, but this is how we're gonna play it. Take a bunch of cards, flashcards work, put them all over the floor, and then one person says a rhythm, and you have to splat. You have to splat that card first, and the first person who finds it is the winner. You could also do this, I've seen people do it with fly swatters. I'm not gonna lie, I don't trust my kids with fly swatters, so I have not done it that way. Or you could have it where they have, if you have like 2 sets, so you could have like 2 teams, and everyone has the same ones. That way there's one on each one, and it's just whoever gets there first is the winner. But simple, easy. I also have made some versions that are like cards, and so you just cover the cards with bingo chips instead of doing it, you know, the other way around, and that works too, and it's just fun. But you know, it's fun to splat things, so we like to splat things. And again, flashcards and then whack. Do emphasize to be careful, of course, but yeah. So that's a couple of different low prep, throwing the ball for the dog. That's a couple of low prep centers activities that you can do. If you need more, definitely make sure that you go and check out the centers freebie list, because it has tons of different centers that you can use and your kids will love. And most of them are low or no prep. I really tried to make sure that they were things that pretty much anyone can do, no matter what your like stuff situation is. So go and check that out. It's got rhythm, it's got melody, it's got treble clef, all the things. And and I look forward to seeing you next time. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button because we talk all things elementary music here, and I make a ridiculous amount of videos because I'm a crazy person. So if you would like more, I have lots already, and hit the subscribe and you can see more. All right, with that, I'm gonna go film another video. So make sure you hit the subscribe button so you see the next one. Bye.